What's up, guys? It is Mike Watts coming to you on October 1st. Beautiful, beautiful day here, and I'm really pumped about October. A lot of cool things are taking place. But I just wanted to cover one thing that I've been seeing a lot regarding Facebook, and then I'll kind of for the month of October, I have some pretty exciting things that I want to do, but regardless, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I've been seeing a lot on Facebook with this election coming up. We have 1 month left. I've also been hearing a lot. I've been to a couple of events lately, and I've been hearing this common theme that's come up where someone is unhappy with the current situation or the way the world has been for a really long time. And the election with Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton here in the United States, and then Gary Johnson and Jill Stein. Gary Johnson is like ruining his own campaign because he's acting like an idiot. And then Jill Stein, we don't hear much about because she's part of the Green Party. And we only really acknowledge three parties here in the United States. For those of you outside of this country, Democrats, Republicans, which is what we have going on. Overall, regardless of who is elected president, and this just goes into the entire topic of this video, you have to stand up for what you believe in no matter what. So even if Donald Trump is elected president, which I'm not sure if that's going to happen or how that's going to happen, but it could, right? Because he will be on the ballots. So you have to stand up for what you believe in, and everything is going to be okay. As long as I keep living my life to who I truly am as Mike Watts, of what I believe in, what I stand for, who I want to be in this world, everything is going to be okay. And whether that Donald is in office or whether Hillary's in office, the reason Martin Luther King is remembered for the way he was, because he stood up for what he believed in. The reason Malcolm X is believed for who he is because he stood up for what he believed in. The reason Gloria Steinem was because of the way she's remembered. It's because she stood up for what she wants. The reason that Oprah, and I can go on and on and on. But the reason Michael Jordan is remembered in the NBA for Michael Jordan is because of what they did and who they are and who they became through their lifetime to stand up for what they believe in, even though it wasn't normal and it wasn't against the grain and it wasn't what everyone else thought of. Martin Luther King stood up for something that people weren't treated as equals, and he was like, I'm done with this crap, like we need to change it, and it got changed. Yes, we still have change to make, but overall, you see the point, okay? So regardless of who is elected and regardless of who's running for president, not even elected, just running, right? You still have to stand up for who you believe in. And if you believe in one thing and don't speak up for it, the only person you're really letting down is yourself. And then we get hard on ourselves, and then we start to doubt ourselves. And we don't have the belief or the confidence in what we truly want to bring to the table. So the only thing I can say is that no matter, and that I want to leave you with here, everything is going to be okay. We live in the United States of America, right? This is, or at least I do. This country is pretty phenomenal. Granted, they have issues. And we have a lot of issues here, just like every other country. But overall, this country is really, really spectacular. And there's a lot of things that are changing. And we are at a massive change right now in the world, right? Just overall in the world, and especially in the United States. The way that things have been running for the last century is changing. And people are freaking out, all right? One of the biggest things is Donald Trump talks about is jobs, bring the jobs back. Those jobs aren't coming back. They've got replaced by equipment, by robots, right? Those they're not coming back. We have the dynamic of what we have known is changing, and it's continually changing, and it's adapting and growing. And so that's a whole nother video and a long story. But the point of what I'm talking about in this video is that you have to stand up for what you believe in. That is your responsibility. Just like somebody, like I mentioned, Martin Luther King, took it on his shoulders to stand up. Oprah stood up for what she believed in to become the woman she is today, right? And to make the impact she wanted to make today. And regardless, the number one thing I hear around politics is I don't want to be political. Well, then screw that. Like not being saying I'm not going to be political is an excuse because you live in this world. You live in the United States of America, and there's a election that goes on, right? So either you're involved or you're not. So just say like I'm not involved in activities of the country, right? But if you pay taxes, and we pay taxes in this world, here, or at least I pay taxes. It's like a right to at least participate. Now, if I choose not to vote, or I choose to vote for somebody else or whatever, like that's the choice I'm making. I'm making an educated decision on what to do, right? Like the past 3 elections, I haven't voted Republican or Democrat because I didn't believe either one of them. Or 4 years. It's like 16 years. Since I've been 18, I've never actually voted Republican or Democrat. So it's the number one thing for you is to participate in what's going on and not sit on the sidelines. And it's not just saying the world's ending because Donald Trump said this or whatever. That's the thing I hear so much is that people are afraid. And I see it every single day. And they're afraid. And it's almost being fearful for what you really just truly stand and believe in. And that's being challenged big time by one person himself. It's being challenged big time. So, which I think is a pretty good thing. I think it's causing a big uproar and people are standing up. So I think it's a good thing, and it's also a bad thing, and it's also a little scary. The whole thing is the whole shebang. But the bottom line is no matter what time we are in society, where we are, you have to stand up for who you are and what you believe in. What do you guys think? What is your take? Are you afraid for the future? Are you afraid for this election? Let me know your thoughts below. And I don't need, I know some of you are going to be like, I'm 100% Trump or I'm 100% Hillary, whatever. That to me also, once there was a woman that was on Stephen Colbert's that said, I'm voting conservative and that jackass is going to be there, so be it, right? To me, that's just lazy. I know you believe your beliefs, but just to say, I always wear blue, right? Or something, that's a bad example. But it's just saying, you're going to go with this because that's always been your beliefs, even though you might think it's wrong. I don't know. That's just another take. So let me know your thoughts. I'm curious. Cheers.